Wanted to take a few minutes tonight to talk about being prepared for when things go wrong with your trailer. Very briefly as well with your vehicle and your boat for that matter. One of the things, most people, you've got the jumper cables. You've got those in your vehicle and you're prepared for that probably if you're watching this video. I would ask, do you have them in your boat? If you've got more than one battery on your boat, oftentimes you're going to be able to jump yourself if you have a failure of one of your batteries on that boat. You can still likely get underway and back without having to even get help from somebody else. The chances of somebody else having jumper cables on a boat, not that high probably, especially not with the recreational guys and the newer guys to boating. So definitely consider having jumper cables on the boat as well. Another thing, having a tire inflator, little air compressor, not a bad addition. You can top off tires with those. If you got a serious loss of air on a constant basis, that's not going to help. This next thing, Fix-A-Flat, is similar to this, tire sealant. For trailer tires, this stuff has helped me out, and if you read the disclaimers on this stuff, this is not supposed to be a long-term permanent solution, which some people have made it into, but it can help you out. I've got this as a last resort. Ideally, if you had a lot of money and you were prepared for everything, you would have 2 spare tires on here. Also, try to keep that spare tire your spare tire and not somebody else's. On here you see I've got a little lock on there. Is that going to keep somebody that's a master thief from stealing this tire? It's not. Your casual thief that actually can manage to have something to take that tire off with, yeah, it might keep him from bothering me and going somewhere else. And law enforcement, they call that target hardening, because most of these are lazy. They'll go to something easier to steal than mess with busting that open. Also, and what's inspiring this tonight, I had to help a friend of mine out that wasn't the most prepared tonight. He had a spare tire, but he couldn't find a lock for it. And bolt cutters, they're not just for criminals, guys. Sometimes they have applications. They are a master unlocking device. They made easy work of that lock he had. You'll have harder trouble cutting some of your toenails than you will this little lock I have on here if you have some bolt cutters. And by the time I need to get this tire off, this cheap little lock I have on here, it might be rusted up. I can cut it off of there. Piece of cake. No problem at all. Also, having an actual true lug wrench. Guys, if you haven't messed with your trailer tires much at all, you get it done by somebody else, sometimes those things get a bit rusted in place and they are challenging to get off with the cheap stuff you've got in your vehicles. Having one of these behind the seat can save you a lot of aggravation, a lot of time. It's worth a couple dollars to get one of these if you don't already have it. It makes it, especially this friend of mine that needed the help tonight, he was on the side of 95. For those that don't know, that's a major highway going from New York to Florida. That's not a place you want to be hanging out on the side of the road any longer than you have to. That made things a whole lot easier for me. Definitely invest in one of these, have it beside your seat, and that'll make your life a whole lot easier. And this right here, I was a bit dubious when I bought it years back. They call it the quick change trailer, and I was dubious when I got this thing. I wasn't too sure it would work good. If you had super soft ground, a regular jack would not work that well. This thing wouldn't either. But I've used it on dirt and asphalt concrete now tonight. It's worked great. You just put this, here, I'll walk with you. Forgive my very amateur presentation. But hopefully you can see I've just got it there, and you just slowly pull forward, and that will actually take that tire off the ground. You just have to have it even, perpendicular, and that will do the trick. That will save potentially your day right there. And it's way better than any cheap vehicle jack that you guys have. Definitely consider doing that. And when you finally get done, before you get in your vehicle, especially if you've got a newer one, wipes. I keep these in my boat. I keep them in my truck. They are awesome. They keep you from being a nasty, disgusting mess. And you definitely want to get, if you're still going to go that day fishing, you definitely want to get a lot of that grease and grime off of you. Then just rinse your hands in water when you get ready to go fishing, and you're set. So a couple tips to help you all out. Keeping that trailer tire, get a lock on it. Get that real lug wrench. Consider getting one of these. Like I said, it's called the Quick Change Trailer Jack. I'll try to find a link to share with you all for that. It's definitely been worthwhile for me. It saved me a lot of time, effort, aggravation. Being on the side of 95 tonight, having to do that, it might have saved my life. It definitely saved a lot of my buddies' time. I came out there to help them with that. But hope this gives you some ideas. Oh, and the Master Lock bolt cutter. Definitely something to consider as well. They don't cost that much, and you use it once and it'll definitely have paid for itself. Please consider liking, sharing, subscribing, and getting that bell rung, and I'll try to share some more useful information with you in the future. Thanks for watching, and have a blessed night.